Well, here we are once again, Monday afternoon here with Barry, and we see Barry's looking a little bit younger on this photo there.
Look like about 19, don't I?
I think so. What's this about, Barry?
So I was playing with Pakenham, Colin, 1968, I think it might have been 69. Now I went up there one season. That fellow up there, David Rogers, he's a good mate of mine, played for Carlton.
Yep.
I met him in a dance, Sidfields dance, one Thursday night before the season started. He said, come and play with Pakenham.
Was he dancing, was he?
He was dancing.
One of the Sigfield dancers.
He was a real playboy, mate. Good football.
What's his name?
David Rogers.
Now that rings a bell. Played for Carlton. Okay.
Oh, you wouldn't have him.
In the 60s sort of thing, he played for Carlton, did he?
Yeah, I met him in Shepparton too, and I was playing up in Shepparton. He was up there, used to come up there travelling, and but he was a good fellow, a bit crazy. But
I think that's you on the ground there.
yeah, sitting on the ground, must have been looking, having a bit of a rest.
Like
Having
a little bit of a rest. Well, probably ready to spring to action.
Probably was, yeah.
Springing to action. Now it says down here, just read it for the viewers, Pakenham's new rover, formerly with Richmond Thirds and Shepparton, made a good first appearance with the team last Saturday, having 10 kicks up until half time.
Yeah.
A fair effort.
Finished up about 30.
Fair effort.
So
that was a good first impression. And how many seasons for Pakenham?
One.
They didn't mention your Rapunya in the article?
No, but when I was checking my what do you call it? Not my what do you call when you record?
Your bio.
Your bio.
Yeah.
I knew I played with Shepparton and Rapunya, and they didn't mention Richmond second. They Richmond third. So what's going on there?
I don't know what's going on, but you probably dominated the competition.
Yeah,
where did you go after that?
Wood End.
Wood End. Okay, so this was in the
this before Wood End.
Shepparton, before we had a look last week.
At Richmond,
Merv Hughes, Dad.
Shepparton, Pakenham, and Wood End.
Wood End. Okay, did the country tour. That was it, and then Super Rules.
Yeah, Super Rules
after
and
all
whatever.
That, in the 70s and 80s.
Played a fair well in Super Rules.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I played it, yeah. That's right, I did for 10 years. Oh.
Very good. Okay, Barry, last night, this evening, or the headline, you have, this morning, Djokovic outlasts Nadal in epic final. Tell us about that.
Well, I watched the last 2.5 sets. I can't watch the whole 5 sets, too long. Anyway, I got stuck into it. He was, when I got into it, in the third set he was up 5-2 or something. Anyway, but Nadal come back and leveled 2 sets all, and in the last set he broke Djokovic's serve in the second or third game, I think, and he looked as though he sort of had more energy than Djokovic, because Djokovic in the fourth set, he looked as though he was going to faint. I think there might have been a bit of an act.
It was pretty warm last night.
Yeah, but I think all of a sudden he come good, Djokovic.
Did they have the roof on?
Yeah, but they had to close because it rained about 1:15 in the morning.
Sometimes they put the air conditioning on.
And that stops everything up, yeah.
And they can sort of cool things down a little bit.
Well, they had to wait for 20 minutes for the roof to close. See, and we had about 50,000 kids wiping the floor up. But then they got back into it, and I think Djokovic might have been revitalised because he...
okay, had a little bit of a break.
But it was some of the rallies, Con. One went for 32. And I must say something about Djokovic. I think he's a bit of a cheek too. I meant to tell you this last week. Every time he wins a point, he has about 4 or 5 bounces. When he loses a point, 10 or 11.
Okay.
The fellow on the paper, they were saying something about he bounced 1,000 times. He does.
Okay.
It's only when he loses a point, Colin. If you ever watch that replay...
It's a habit he's got into.
He's a cheat, bit of a cheat.
Oh.
Well,
okay. You heard it here first, viewers.
Well, I don't follow him.
Djokovic is a cheat.
He is, because I noticed him, because he does bouncing. But when he wins a point, it's 4 or 5 bounces.
The commentating. What was the commentating like?
Well, McAvaney, he must have watched my video last week. He said he wasn't giving much stats. Jimmy Courier, I reckon he's all right, because Leighton Hewitt's doing a good job.
Oh, okay, he was commentating.
He was commentating, 3 of them in the box. There's Hewitt, Jimmy Courier, and of course Bruce at the background, but he was noticeably quiet.
Now I've got a question for you, Barry. That game went for about 5-6 hours.
No, 6 hours, longest ever.
Now, and they get they play pretty hard. Now with the ladies,
the women's,
they went for less than 1 hour.
Glad you put that up.
Now they get the same amount of money.
2.3 million. Sharapova got 1.5.
Yeah, they got the same amount of money.
Yeah.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Look, it's a joke. I mean, they go 3 sets, but look, I said that many years. Look, I don't give a stuff about women's tennis, but if they complain about the last 10 or 15 years they want equal prize money, but if you're going to want equal prize money, you've got to give equal time. I think, went for an hour and 15 minutes.
So you're saying women's tennis is a joke?
Overpaid, it's a joke.
It's a joke and overpaid.
And all that noise, well...
Grunting. You hear the men grunt? Do they grunt?
Well,
you go, ooh,
no,
all that sort of
it's like, well, I won't mention that thing that starts with O and finishes N, like a woman makes when they go crazy. But, no, it's just, it's a joke.
Now, the other thing as well is that women usually play doubles and they can actually win more money in the tournament if they win the doubles.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've never watched any doubles.
So they'll play doubles and they'll get another $100,000.
You're kidding?
Yeah.
For the final?
Yeah, so women can technically earn more money playing the tennis in the same... because they can finish a game in an hour. And so if you play a 5-hour game, you right to go the next day?
No, 6 hours.
You right to go the next day?
Well, they got it. The men's got to do it, yeah, because see.
But they can't go the next day because they can't play doubles the next day because they're too stuffed.
Djokovic was a bit lucky because he had a day's break. Nadal played yesterday, and that's a bit of a disadvantage, isn't it?
Exactly.
6 hours.
That's enough of tennis.
Enough of that, yeah.
Well, let's get stuck into the cricket. Australia clean sweep over India. What one word? How would you sum up India?
India, I'd say pathetic.
Pathetic's the key word.
P-A-T-H-E-T-I-C, pathetic. Yeah.
And they won it really well. It took them 1 hour on the last day to wrap it up.
Well, I was about 1 hour out, and I said about 4. Last week, I think my prediction was about 4 days, and I think I said Australia goes in first. They should make 500, when they made 590, whatever it was, or 600.
That's right.
Wasn't far out, was I?
No. Only 1 hour.
1 hour.
Tendulkar, how was his summer?
Very ordinary by his standards, yeah. But he made a 90, didn't he?
Yeah, he was average. He didn't make any hundreds.
No.
No.
Well, everyone the poor little fella's got, every time he goes out, you've got to make 100, Tendulkar. Because
Laxman, what do you reckon you do with Laxman?
I'll tell you about Laxman. Seawag, Laxman, what's the other fella? Who's the other fella?
Dravid.
Dravid. They won't be playing
Gambier?
Gambier. No, Gambier's he's all right.
That Kohli was the only one.
He was the only bright spot bright spark for India because...
Maybe their spinner was good too, their new spinner.
He might be alright, yeah, that would be.
He could bat a bit and spin a bit. So, Clark and Ponting's averages you've got to talk about.
Tell you what, Clark has made 900 runs in a 4-test series. That's over Bradman's. Bradman only made 800 I don't think he ever made 900 in a series, Bradman.
Maybe.
Well, let's stand to be corrected there.
Some of the English series they played 6 games.
But Bradman's era, I think they only played 5, didn't they, at the most?
5 or 6, I think, because when they were over there, they're over there.
He's got an average of 108. And he had a couple of ordinary tests, didn't he? 20s and 30s, but then he had 100, and he said... And Ponting's got an average of nearly 100 too.
Yeah.
So, I mean... I think the last time, it's been a long time, but I might be standing to be corrected again, Colin, but I think the last fella who had an average...
Phone in if you leave a message if you want to correct.
I might be wrong, but sometimes I get really wrong, Colin, but I think the last one was probably Adam Gilchrist, about 10 or 12 years ago. I think he had an average of 100 because he made...
Oh, it might have been...
might have been over South Africa.
No, it might have been...
no, he made 200 in South Africa and about 150 balls.
Possibly, early on.
No, not 100.
Early
on. Never 100.
I think so.
No, in a series, Colin. But I think Gilchrist did...
Oh, you know who? It was Ponting, I remember. Ponting had this year about 3 years ago. And he was outstanding. He got 100 in the series, averaged 100
No, he didn't. Didn't have an... No, he didn't.
Pretty sure.
And I'm pretty sure that Adam Gilchrist was the last one, might be 10 years ago now, because it was over in South Africa, because I remember he made 200 in about 5 minutes.
Will you be prepared to make a public apology with your honour?
I will always stand to be corrected.
Okay, so stand by for next week, a public apology, everyone.
But India, I think they're maybe down the same sort of bracket as New Zealand.
Okay. There's going to be some big changes in the cricket, because the number 1 test nation, England...
They got thrashed.
They got beaten by Pakistan, who are about number 5 or so. 5 or 6.
Australia will go second, I think. It might be
South Africa first.
Oh, it might be on equal terms now, I reckon.
Possibly.
Might be much in it.
And New Zealand, they had a win over Zimbabwe.
You tell me, it's got Zimbabwe out twice in one day.
1 day,
60 and 51.
That's not like that, yeah. They won actually, but they won better than Australia. They won by more than an innings and 300 runs.
Well, Zimbabwe, I said before we got on, come on here, they should not be in this bracket. They should be down playing against
Yeah, maybe Bangladesh,
South
Kenya,
Zululand, or
Namibia,
all them, one of them joints. over there.
Netherlands, Canada,
Saudi Arabia or something.
Scotland, Ireland, those sort of
Well,
things.
Scotland, they're starting to come on.
Afghanistan.
Well, you've got to take your own bombs over there.
Yeah. Well, do you know they had a competition just recently amongst the 6 or 8 teams that are the bottom tier teams like Canada and all that, and
Yeah.
Afghanistan won it.
My joke.
No, they won it.
Where do they play?
They got
They ship it to ground, do they? Because
they're
it's
playing
all
Pakistan.
dirt over
They
there.
play in Pakistan.
Right.
They've got a lot of expat Pakistanis because it's right next door to
Probably all
Pakistan,
Pakistanis.
Bangladesh. All right, well that's good. Okay, so what have we got here, Barry?
Well, I just got the Sunday paper yesterday, Colin. I was reading it and I seen these little things, those photos of wedding anniversaries, and would you believe this man down here, Jeffrey Gove,
Yeah.
he was a lot of years older than me, but he was in that team there. Here he is there back in 1953. He's been married with this woman for 50 years.
Unbelievable.
Amazing, sort of
When did he get? No, he got married in '61.
61. Yeah, what's that, 50 in it?
Yeah, 50 years. He's been married.
That's
more
him
than
there.
50
I mean, I knew his wife too.
Okay.
So there you are, they're still
And they've
going.
got 2 sons, a son and a daughter, 49.
I'm going to ring him up later in the week and see how he's going.
Well,
Congratulate him on that.
Pretty interesting. Now, just one other little issue we just want to finish up on, Barry, after we've looked at this little some bit of memorabilia there.
Gove, mate.
You had something. This is what I've been waiting for all day. Your comments on the English language.
Yes,
For some reason you're all fired up
I
about
am.
this.
It's really,
And
really
it's going to be
annoying
interesting
me.
because I mean your grasp of the English language has amazed some people.
Well, that's right. My dictatorial sort of language is leaves a little bit desired
It's a
sometimes.
bit dictatorial.
Hey, that's not the word, is it? Not dictatorial, the word is it?
I'm not sure.
Diction.
Your diction, yeah.
Well, I say dictatorial. That's
Yeah.
stupid, isn't
It's
it?
a bit dictatorial.
My diction is not probably the clearest in the world, but it really gets me down. I mean, I remember Murray Meldon when he was interviewing Prince Charles back about 1972. Everybody ridiculed me because every second sentence he'd start was
Ums and ahs.
Just That's why they call him Umdrum.
Molly Mundrum, not Molly
Umdrum, they call him Umdrum.
So what sort of fired it up just
Well,
recently?
look, I listen to a bit of sports commentators and,
Is it McAvaney?
well, he's not into the knows, but all sports commentators, you know this, every second sentence. I mean, the reason they're saying because they don't take the time to think about what they're saying. All my videos, Colin, probably about over 70 now, if anybody has to check up on them, you won't hear one one obviously, or one absolutely, or one
Okay.
not one.
That's interesting.
And I wasn't too clever at English at school.
What
or
about
reading essays, or reading whatever.
what about what? What? You know, you say
gotta
what?
stop.
Are you big on what?
What? Well, what's not overused?
No.
But I'm going this, I'm going to do that. Even I told my daughter last night, I said, just slow down and talk, just think what you're going to say. And of course, everything's obviously, it's on every second sentence, and absolutely, it covers everything. And of course,
Okay.
And all you got to do out there is just, when you're talking, if you're a sportscaster or broadcaster or anything, just think before you go 100, because Kevin Bartlett, I said something about Kevin Bartlett months ago, he was one of the best around.
Yep.
Because he's talking 100 miles an hour, just doesn't think what he's going to say. So if you like, tell your friends that Barry said, get rid of obviously, absolutely, and I'll be quite happy.
You should give online
Start a what do you call petition?
video lessons on how to speak proper.
Well, it's not about giving anybody a lesson how to speak proper, but
How to speak
with your mouth
lessons
open.
with Barry, how to speak proper.
But just see if you can just stop and think what you're going to say before. SEN fellas, they're the worst.
Right?
And I listen to that occasionally, and SEN sports shows, and
Yes.
you know kings. You know kings. But hopefully we can get someone else to sign about
So,
thousands copies.
Is this an audition for you to get on SEN?
No, I don't want to go on SEN at all.
So you're saying that most of them
But
are
I do a
rubbish,
better
they
job.
need you?
I reckon I do a better job of some of them fellas they got on there.
Okay. Well, you heard it here first.
Well, I can cover
An SEN audition, Barry Peatling.
No, it's not
We'll be taking photos of you down at Richmond.
Mark Allen and all
Mark
those
Allen
other-
and all that sort of
What's
guys.
his name? Mark Allen. He's a very good commentator.
Mark Fine,
Can't stand
all
him.
the fines, all the
Can't
Mark
stand him.
Ox.